Hey, Internet.
Hey, Internet. Look who we got.
This might be a little confusing, given in the last video I was at a save, and now I'm here.
Okay, we
With this guy.
skipped 30 seconds of walking down staircases.
Yeah.
Like, that's all.
Just getting right to the action.
Yeah.
Except
So there's
for-
Richard. You remember Richard?
Oh, yeah.
With the gun,
Does he have
and the
lighting
tie?
powers now?
No.
Oh.
Does he?
That would be...
No.
Does he?
Does he?
I was hoping
No,
he
he
did.
does not.
Someone read!
I want to go back in time. Things were so good then. The day of my birthday, the cute cat in the pet store, all those balls in the basket. Playing pool was fun too. The door of time was wide open. When I see the four things, I can't help but remember that time.
Not the four things, just four things.
When I see the four seasons, I can't help but remember my girl.
Things.
If he sees four
there he
things
is.
in a row.
And he won't let me pass, so let's...
Hype gameplay!
Eileen, no!
Can you not hit?
think
Is
it's
it just
get
not?
out
Is
of
it just
my
not
way.
worth like trying to fight him?
I don't have a sword of obedience.
Oh,
Remember?
So it's literally not worth trying to fight him.
I ran out of
I'm actually
swords
surprised
of
that he.
obediences.
I'm actually surprised that he just walks. All the rest of them have floated around.
He'll float too. He just landed. Forget about it.
Wow, that's
Forget
really.
it.
That's the thing that's kind of different. I just realized, like, when no point in this game have we gotten the classic sort of Silent Hill, like, bringing up the
remember this
interface.
Mm-hmm.
There is no interface.
Not like
Yeah.
downtown
Well, it's-
Ashfield.
We talked about it a little bit. And that was one of the things that
Well,
people
no, I mean,
said that they...
when I say bring up the interface, like, in the other games, when you go to an elevator, it goes to a separate screen where it shows all the different buttons to push.
Yeah, there is none of that here.
And it's weird, because this game added an interface everywhere else, but it made the other thing sort of unintuitive.
Also, I'd like to point out how fucking crazy the camera is in this sequence. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
I like the
I'm out-
constantly shifting Dutch angles here.
It's like,
Yep.
I'm outside, but... Am I?
Yeah.
Am I
And-
really?
Are any of
And
us?
you are about to fall the fuck over.
Yeah. I like it because
yeah.
I like to think it's from, like, Walter's perspective. Like, maybe when he was younger.
Like Walter's
It's
like
just fucking-
sitting in the rafters?
No, just fucking lost in this maze of buildings and stuff. Because this little itty bitty baby kid used to just come to the city by himself.
Mm-hmm.
Gross. We're in a weirdly well-lit sewer.
Also, I'd like to point out the amazingness of getting out of an elevator to get into an elevator to go down a ladder.
Into a sewer.
Into a sewer.
Yeah.
Building
No,
world.
it does. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes spatial sense. But that's okay. That's Silent Hill.
Silent Hill, walk into a column.
That's right.
Oh man, twisted rebar. Is there anything more, like, Silent Hill in cement
The twisted rebar.
than twisted rebar?
See, I'm pretty
What
sure
else
you
is
guys.
in cement?
Shut up.
I'm pretty sure you guys like feel my frustration at this point because Matt's played through all the three at this point, and
I played through all three twice at this point.
right, and I know Sam and I definitely watched the two best friends play through Silent Hill 2, which is amazing. I'm gonna pimp that out right now. Fucking,
yeah,
if you
go
want a
watch
good
that.
Silent Hill LP experience.
Yeah, because we really need to get the word out on Two Best Friends.
No, I'm just saying, like, if anyone's here, and I don't know, maybe people are, like, kind of new to LPs, and they're watching this deep in because they like me, or they're curious. I don't know. There are better ones out there, is all I'm saying.
Amanda, don't pimp out other LPs on our LP. Stop that.
Fine. But anyway, you've seen all of Silent Hill 2 now, played, like, right.
I've also played through most of Homecoming.
Well,
I really ask why.
yeah.
For the people. For the people.
I'm not even sure if the people want it.
It's because you're a masochist.
I am.
Oh, another
I
cutscene?
am indeed.
Yes.
I really wish the
This one
bat
has-
was just flying around as the whole cutscene.
In the cutscene? I know, right? Oh,
Look at this.
Walter is talking to little Walter.
Isn't this weird?
I'm going to see my mom. Stay out of my way.
Me too.
Who are you anyway?
My name's Walter. Walter Sullivan. It's time to complete the 21 Sacraments.
But that's my name. And what are the 21 Sacraments?
Everybody calls me 21 Sacraments.
Don't worry. You'll know soon enough. Well, let's go and see Mother.
Let me go, that hurts.
Well,
Just
And then Henry just
damn.
walks up like, wop, 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 wop. I served with his father in Korea.
what the hell are you talking about?
so that happened, and
Also, I don't.
Yeah.
I think isn't this like the first time we've heard Sullivan actually talk?
no,
No,
Walter
no.
Sullivan spoke to us when he tried to give us the doll.
Man, I don't remember I remember his voice sounding a lot, I don't know, deeper? Richer?
I don't know.
Like he sound oh it's him.
Hey, buddy. Later.
Oh yeah, what is we never actually finished going through all the rest of the victims.
Oh, where'd I leave off?
We ended at the twin victim.
Oh yeah, Billy and Miriam Locane, who show up in Silent Hill too. Well, they don't show up.
They're
but
mentioned
they
briefly.
They are
talk about 'em.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry. Yeah.
Weird place for a
It's a weird place for
volleyball
a
game.
Volleyball game.
Also, that's a constant theme from Silent Hill protagonists that I like, is that they take issue with like the weirdest things to take issue with.
They are baffled by the strangest of things. It's true.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I like to think of it as, like, if you're going through this terrible situation, you kind of ground yourself in reality to weird things, you know? Like,
this
if
is
you
my
were,
life
if you
now.
were wandering around...
like the wheelchair death room.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just gonna sort of ignore this right now, but look at this volleyball over here. Isn't
What's a
this
cue
weird
ball doing
place?
here? That's hilarious.
I'm really curious what this ball puzzle's gonna be.
I put
It's-
balls back where they need to be.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not much of a puzzle.
Yeah.
It's shattered memories level of puzzle.
Well...
What color are the toucan's rings?
I mean, I guess to some
See,
degree.
laugh, but that's literally a puzzle in
I
shattered
mean, to some,
No, I know
to
it
some
is.
degree, like, you could say most of the Silent Hill puzzles are like that.
There was no... Well, that's another thing different about this, too. There was no, puzzle difficulty setting like
Yeah,
there was
there's no
in
riddle
2
level.
and 3. Yeah.
Actually, I think the puzzle. Excuse me, internet.
What are you
I
gonna
think
say?
That's just
I think the
hypostyle
puzzles
thing.
in 3 are actually fantastic from a from a strangeness.
Yeah,
point.
Yeah,
the,
no,
I mean,
they're really
the,
good.
Yeah, the ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right, because we're going to All American Sports Ball Club.
Mhm.
Put the billiard ball on the pool table.
I wish you would have to play.
That would be cool.
Pool.
Also, internet, take a drink every time Sam yawns during this playthrough.
God damn it! Shut up! I just woke up, even though it's 3:15 in the
The
afternoon.
internet doesn't know that. Someone read.
The boss said we had to change our phone number because of all the complaints about the weird noises. Now we have to change the store sign on the roof. What a pain. By the way, the number is the last 4 digits of the phone number. Not too smart if you ask me.
Later, bartender's memo.
Yeah.
Henry's like, welp.
Who keeps leaving these
Son
memos?
of a bitch.
Bar SA.
For some reason, I thought it said bot
Bar
side.
SA.
So I don't have to go back and check the number, but I'm gonna anyway,
Yeah.
because there might be a note and there might be a haunting and I might die.
And there might be, and you gotta stick to the spirit of the game.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Also, man, it took me forever to realize that that this whole section is a loading screen.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
And I guess it's because
That's right.
it doesn't explicitly say that it's a loading screen. That's one of the things
Back at,
that's one of the interesting things about the later kind of PS2 Xbox era, is that they found really
Yeah.
kind of clever ways to hide that they need to load things.
yeah, this is back in the day when they were experimenting with, like, immersion.
Immersion.
Where like
Yeah.
because in like Shadow of the Colossus, I remember there was a thing. It had a similar thing that I didn't realize for a long time. Where like when you go between two different realms of the world, you always go through a valley where suddenly there's a very dense fog that you can't see very far, and then about 10 seconds later you come out the other side. And probably about 4 hours into the game, I realized that's where it's loading in new assets.
Also, we got a note.
Mama told me she
go
wrote
and
me a
read it.
note. She said I'm a soft
It's a red
machine,
scrap of
man.
paper. Continuing from yesterday, I'm going to summarize everything that I've learned about Walter Sullivan so far. Naturally, it was a long way for a kid his age to travel, but he made the trip every week by subway or bus. Unfortunately, someone else was living in this apartment, so he couldn't be reunited with his mother, room 302. For years, he continued to come here, almost like he was possessed, just to peek into the apartment. Eventually, the tenants began to complain and treat him badly when they saw him hanging around. Walter began to fear the tenants and see them as obstacles preventing him from seeing his mother. As the years passed and Walter matured, he began to be more and more influenced by the teachings of the cult. Furthermore, his obsession with his mother and his feelings of resentment towards the outer world became even deeper. Walter became preoccupied with one particular tract from the cult's Bible, the descent of the Holy Mother, the 21 Sacraments. By the 21 Sacraments, the Holy Mother shall appear in the countries of the world and shall bring salvation to the sinful ones. After Walter left Wish House, he moved to Pleasant River, a town neighboring Silent Hill. For a while, he lived the life of a normal student, but he was still filled with bitterness and resentment towards the rest of the world. Several years later, he launched his plan there, the 21 Murders... ... July 29th.
So there's the plot of the game.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Just in case you didn't figure it out yet, there it is.
Well, we're getting down to like it's all gonna become clear.
Also, Pleasant River is hilarious.
I mean,
Pleasant
yeah, it's
River
like
sound.
I mean that's kind of the thing about like subdivisions and small towns, especially ones that have sprung up recently, is they all have these really like weird verb noun names, and usually they're named after a thing that isn't there.
We'll do a Mad Lib right now. Give me a verb.
Poop.
That's not a verb.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, to poop.
Give me a noun.
Poop.
Great.
Poop poop.
We live in this town.
We are mature adults. I went to college.
We have all graduated from college.
Oh. Alright. So fucking
But I know we have
Puzzles.
in the so where I used to live, I used to live in a subdivision called Cherry Hill, and next to that was let's see.
every town has a Cherry Hill, just like every town has an Elm Street.
And then across from that was Orchard Grove. And then
My
also
town didn't
next
have
to
Elm
it
Street.
was Blackberry Creek. And I will say that all of these things have none of the things in their names.
It's alright. I used to live in the town I used to live in had names that were based on birds. So I lived on Eagle Ridge, and then there was Pheasant Run, and Bluebird, and Meadowlark, and a whole bunch of shit. Also, if you're wondering why we're talking about inane bullshit, Internet, it's because this part involves backtracking.
Yes. Well,
Sorry.
we came into it because there's Silent Hill and then like Pleasant Valley.
Again,
Pleasant
I
River,
will
yeah.
reiterate, as I was playing this, I was slightly drunk at a Halloween party with more drunk people behind me.
I mean, this part requires backtracking, so it's not your fault. Like, it's literally just that this part requires you to go back through
It
stuff.
does explain any time when you're just walking into a wall for like 2 or 3 seconds.
Because I turn around to yell back something at someone.
Yep. Ghosts.
He's such a cool
Zombie
guy. Which one's
ghosts,
that
leave
again?
this place.
Hold on.
That's the
Look
that's the
it up.
first. He's the
That's the-
pet store owner
Yeah, he's the guy with the
Yeah.
with the dog.
overalls.
I can't remember his name, but I have put his picture and his name.
Steve Garland was his name.
Oh right, because he has the same name as my middle school band director.
Weird.
Also, as evidenced by you trying to open a door that does not even give you a prompt.
Look.
The lock is broken.
We're the drunken ugly for a reason.
The way is shut.
Also, I love that just ambient moan.
Whoa.
One good thing about this game that's good in most Silent Hill games is the sound direction.
Yeah, that's very true.
Even if, like, I've been at least partially excited for every new Silent Hill game just to get a new Silent Hill soundtrack, except for Downpour, and I'm pretty sure the reasons are obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I guess to
Eileen.
add to the thing that we've done in every horror LP. This one's gone a little longer, so I think we can do it again. I recently watched Silent Hill Revelations twice.
Oh, man.
I still want to watch that when you guys are here, just
No!
so, because
It's
I've only
really
seen it
not
the
as
once,
funny
and
the
I-
second time.
I can't.
Yeah.
No.
that's fair.
Because
It's not as funny if you're not showing it to someone who's never seen it
I
before.
have shown it to somebody
That's
who's.
very
I
fair.
did show it to somebody who'd never seen it before, but they didn't have as much context because they never played Silent Hill.
See, that also has to be part of
Yeah,
it.
I kind of wanted to see how people would react if they didn't know if they didn't know stuff about Silent Hill, because it's like because
Because then it would just be a movie. Then it wouldn't be a travesty.
Well, one of my friends was saying, like, I don't know, maybe it'd be a good horror movie if you weren't familiar with Silent Hill. I'm like, no, it's not even a horror movie. It's like a fucking haunted house.
The first one is a decent horror movie if you don't know anything about Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Like, it's not bad.
And-
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
not
but
great.
Revelation isn't even a horror movie, and the reason I compare it to a haunted house is because, like, literally every minute they're showing you a new thing, and the whole movie's like, look at this scary thing, now look at this other scary thing.
Aren't you scared? Which is funny though, because there was a haunted house in 3, the game.
I know.
And it's one of the scariest parts of the whole fucking game. Yeah.
It has a certain charm to it.
Yeah. No. Legitimately, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about
during
Silent
that
Hill
LP,
3 when we
but-
do the fucking Silent Hill 3 LP that we've been talking
No,
about.
we'll talk about Silent Hill 3 during Homecoming. Is what we'll do.
We'll
and
talk
then
about
when
everything.
when we
good.
do Silent Hill 3, we'll just talk about nothing.
But I mean, if we want to talk about if we want to compare like the current game that we're playing to any other previous Silent Hill game. Also, this is the part where Eileen gets really fucked up. Hope you're ready. I know. It's become
Also-
extremely apparent, and I'm sure you can agree with me this now that you've seen a full LP of 2, that Silent Hill 4 wanted to be 2, like, really
All of them want to
badly.
be 2, except
Yeah.
except 3. 3 distinctly wanted to be
3.
1.
3 had its own thing.
Well, three was just a good sequel to 1.
Yeah.
Like that's all it was trying to do. Also, I don't know what you're talking about. Eileen was fine that entire time.
I remember
didn't
she
even
gets
get hit.
fucked up by some monkeys at some point, and...
It wasn't there.
Alright, good for me then.
But what was I gonna say?
Hey, guess what though?
It's a large spade.
And,
You got the
and
spade.
right next to it is a David spade.
We're gonna leave that.
So is that a better weapon than the axe?
Revolver bullets. Is the shovel any better than the axe?
This gun is the best gun.
Pickaxe of despair?
No, the regular axe that I'm using.
I just wanted to say pickaxe.
Also, it looks like there's a
It's-
rake
it's
on the
fun to
floor
say.
there.
Yeah, there's a sword of obedience there. So, happy day!
These happy days are yours
Pick
and
it up, me!
mine. These happy days are yours and mine.
That was the thing I missed, like, the first time I went through Building World, and I was, like, kicking myself for not getting it, but the game was totally forgiving, and let me pick it up.
Nice.
So let's go
And-
find fucking Richard.
And it's not at all because this game reuses assets and areas in a method of
Stop hitting Eileen.
elongating the game.
Let's go find Richard.
What are you doing?
I'm just testing it out.
Richard,
Testing out
we're gonna
this
dig
shovel.
you a new hole. We gotta bury you, you
Warriors,
motherfucker.
Come out and play.
Yeah, no, 4 really wants to be 2, because
I'm sorry.
4 really wanted to have that same sense of descending through a man's psyche
Yes.
to reach some ultimate truth. Except it does it by
But you see somebody else.
Making
But you
you-
see somebody else.
yeah, it does it by making you very detached from the actual understanding of what's going on and from the import, and also this game isn't nearly as subtle as 2 is.
No, it is not at all.
This game goes out of its way to explain things to you.
Yes, it does.
And explain things to you.
Now, I will
and
say-
then beat you over the head with, do you get it yet?
I will say that the character that explains things to you, Joseph Schreiber, is actually a character that I really like. So I don't mind him explaining things to me, because in the realm of the game, like, you know, he's a fucking journalist. He's, like, writing down everything he knows, and you're just sort of, like, reading it secondhand. Like, the game definitely beats you over the head with information, but it does it in a way that I'm not, like, immediately put off
At the same
by it.
time, it does it because I'm not sure how you'd be able to pick out this intricate ritual of Walter Sullivan without a lot of text.
I mean, he writes
Well-
the numbers 1 through 21 on his bodies, and you get a piece of paper that is called the 21 Sacraments. Like,
Yeah.
if you didn't have Joe saying,
Okay, yeah,
like,
we did figure out that it was like one of 21, like just through there. But I mean, you know that he's trying to kill. I guess you could just leave it ambiguous, and you just know that he's killing 21 people to do something.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, if this was 2, there would be no scene between Walter and Walter going, now we have to complete the 21 Sacraments.
Yeah, no, that one. Yeah, that
It
one.
would just be like, you find that 21 Sacraments paper in the altar, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
you
Yeah.
doing all right there, Eileen? You're
Also,
all right.
goddamn, the finishing animation for the shovel is fucking cray.
It's brutal.
Yeah, it's really satisfying.
And now we read the walkthrough for a minute.
Shh. No, technically Sam is behind me reading the walkthrough and being a big fucking troll. Or sleeping. One or the other.
No, I was still awake at this part. I didn't fall asleep until we get to the boss battle later on.
Also, I realized I did a small bit of reading, and I realized that my my band director is actually named Steve Orland, and I don't remember who the other guy is, but he's worthy of a brief mention because he's in prison right now,
Oh, well, alright.
and was
Wonder if he watches LPs.
sentenced to 12 years in prison
Well,
For what?
for molesting students.
well,
Oh,
And he
jeez.
at his sentencing hearing, he wrote some speech that said "I am grateful," where he did not make any effort to admit his guilt or talk about or apologize for anything, and the judge called him narcissistic.
Jeez.
so Silent Hill 4.
So I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
Hey, a place where I gotta put some balls.
Oh man, this is my favorite ball puzzle ever since White Day.
It's not as White Day, I will say.
Okay?
I'm okay. Are you okay?
Are you okay, Annie?
Eileen,
Annie, are you okay?
Eileen, God damn it. Eileen, you're getting a little weird on us.
It's gonna be alright, Eileen. And birthday candles.
Cake candles here.
That's weird.
That's weird.
I thought that was a package of colored pencils.
Cake candles.
Those are some really big candles.
Yeah. So basically, we got that note at the beginning of the level talking about memories. So we're just reconstructing memories
Doing
right now.
Face of the Moonlight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at that weird
Oh my
sack
God.
of flesh. But yeah, no, this game definitely could have been more subtle. Because that's half the fun about Silent Hill is, you know, being just, I don't want to say confused, but being purposely left in the dark and intrigued.
Being baffled while you try to figure out what is going on.
Yeah.
4 falls into the problem of it is just a bit too long, and it elongates itself via explaining in full detail the plot.
Oh
so
yeah,
that
there's
you
no
get,
reason why we had to go through all these again, all these levels.
There really isn't. Like we could have been. I mean, we could have been the game itself could have been
mouse.
descending through the fucking Walter's psyche. Like we could have started there and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I to some degree I do kind of like that you go through all of them just from Henry's apartment first. But yeah, I think having to redo every level in its entirety, like if they did it sort of a boss rush highlight reel mode, where you kind of or if you went through an alternate route in the same area that was shorter and
or
had
if the
something
beginning.
else.
Listen.
Oh god, that's right, the fucking baby.
So this whole time, it's not a baby, it's a cat.
It's a baby
Oh,
cat.
right.
This whole time, James has been commenting on the LPs, saying "check the fridge." Haha.
Check the forge.
Everyone thinks it's hilarious. Check the forge. What he means is that this particular haunting, which has now showed up in my apartment, is in the fridge.
I thought you didn't get this one.
No, I did, but I take care of it without actually looking in the fridge.
Yep.
Because inside that fridge, I don't know if you remember when we were exploring the
Yeah, there was the
apartments a while
cat in the
back,
garbage bag.
is a dead cat. The cat's in a ratty pair of jeans. I can't put it here.
You can't put it there.
So, we're just gonna take care of that right out here. Sorry, James. I didn't chart the forge.
Check the fridge.
I no longer need to check the fridge.
That was only because we were yelling at Amanda every time she went into the apartment to check the fridge while we were there. Just so you all know. Now you know. Now you understand.
And then you check the fridge after
fridge is
that.
clean.
It's over now.
Take the wine bottle.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't
Take
need
the
it.
shittiest weapon in the game.
I really don't need it. Let's go, because they're yelling at me to
I
check
checked the fridge.
It's open, motherfuckers! So, yeah. If you really want me to go back and see what's in that goddamn fridge, I don't actually remember if there's a thing for it. There probably is. But
There's certain elements of this, like the soapy war pig plays PT thing. Like, I'm not gonna look at it, I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction.
Alright, I think I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready.
Now you have your golden groundbreaking shovel. I also just,
right.
I only just now realized for all of the other ones it just says
Do we
keep
wanna-
saying second time over and over again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
second time. Oh, you want to
Do we
break
wanna-
the video here?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we want to say goodnight to the internet?
Yeah, we'll
Or do we wanna
continue
just-
on the other, we'll catch you on the other side, internet.
All right.
Peace out.
See ya, internet.
Bye.
Enter the hole.